Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Championship Week for the Pokemon Stadium 2 Draft League. This is gonna be something. We got a lot of big storylines around here. Bear with me if I'm a little bit off today. This is by the time of this recording, we are still less than a week from me being in a car wreck where my car was totaled. So still kind of readjusting, kind of getting things right, kind of, what's the word, taking it all in, yeah, yeah, that was a whole thing. Still have a little bit of a cough from where I was sick, but yeah, just, process, that's the word I'm looking for. See, I can't even get the word process out right now. So I'm not even a full week removed from the incident yet. By the time this airs, it'll be a little over a week, something like that. But yeah, so if things are a little off or if I'm a little forgetful, that's why. Like, I've already noticed I have award instead of awards, as in plural, above me. So there's gonna be some ticky-tack errors like that this week. But hey, we're here, we're filming, and it's Championship Week. All right, getting the focus away from me now. Let's talk about what we got for today. We have in the third place series, I debated between if we were going to do a single game or a series for this. I felt that since the rest of the playoffs was a series, it made sense to continue doing the series format instead of a one-off. So the third place series, the bronze medal, so to say, we got a Minnesota Suicune and the Pokemon Power. We will do that matchup first because it's just not as important. After that, I am going to announce the league MVP. And the reason that award is going to go before the other awards is it was voted on before the title. And I don't want, like, I'm just going to say Pokemon A and B, so you guys get the idea. I don't want Pokemon A to win the MVP, suck in the finals, and then everyone wonder, well, how did A get the MVP? They were terrible at the end. So I will announce the MVP in between the third place game and the championship series. The other awards, we will wait till the end of the video instead of doing league standings like we do. I mean, we will do final standings, but as part of that, I will announce all the award winners. So, yeah. So that's how that's going to go. Championship today is between My Little Ponyta and Nightmare AC. This is a great series between two great people who I won't go into too many details for their privacy, but this is definitely a rivalry between the two. A little extra motivation to beat each other in battle. It's gonna be it's an interesting storyline all the way around. I mean, Nightmare has now been in the championship every season that we've done this league so far. This is our fourth year and their fourth appearance, albeit under a different name. My Little Ponyta making their first appearance in the title game, even though they have been a top dog, so to say, like a 1 seed a couple times in the past. If I had to say I was leaning toward one, it would be for the sole reason that as someone that's won only one title, I want to stay tied at the top. So nothing against Nightmare. If I had to pick, I would prefer them to lose, so that, because if Nightmare wins, they're sitting by themselves on the mountaintop. Whereas if Ponyta loses, we just have a whole bunch of people with one. So if I had to pick, I would pick Ponyta, but obviously, Nightmare, very dear friend of mine. Ponyta has had great interactions with me when I've gotten to interact with them. So, I think this will be a fun series, and regardless of who wins, it's going to be well-earned, and I'm going to be happy for whoever wins. But there is that small part of me, it's like, please let it be Ponyta so that I'm still tied for first. But, Oh, it's still killing me that my team got knocked out as early as it did. Ugh. But anyway, I'm gonna get into setting everything up. So I'm gonna pause the recording for the moment, and I will see you guys when it's time for the third place series to start. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the start of the third place game. A battle between the Pokemon Power and the Minnesota Suicune. Power are the lower seeds, so they will be represented by me first in the series, whereas Suicune will be me in the second game. Alright, let's see. Suicune decided to use their other 6. That makes this odd. I think because of the number of water Pokemon, Execute wouldn't be a bad start here. Because Scizor doesn't really have like a bug move or anything. So, if it's Scizor, Typhlosion, or Articuno... Well, if it's Typhlosion, we sub in Houndoom or Tyranitar, probably Houndoom. If it's Scizor, same thing. Yeah, I think we just put in Houndoom if any of those 3 show up first. Alright, here we go. Playing, of course, at the Poke Cup Stadium, it looks the most like a championship stadium. Even has banners and such, like, yeah. Alright, so it is Articuno to start. Of course it is. So Houndoom we go. Gotta love that the old video and audio cords are not wanting to be consistent here, hence the flashes on screen. That's what you get, though, when you're working with something that's, 20-something years old. Oh boy, it's really not happy. Alright, the blizzard hits, but seeing as we're fire, it didn't hurt a whole lot. It is kind of dull. It should be brighter than that. Alright, let's see. You're probably going to switch to a water type, would be my guess. So we're going to bite to get maximum damage. And then Execute can go right back in to take the hit from the water Pokemon.
What'll it do? That was a glancing blow. How will this Pokemon switch affect the flow of battle? This Pokemon is switching out.
Yeah, rocking the Pikachu hat today for the championship series.
Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon. What now? What impact will this Pokemon
Alright, I think they're going to switch, so I'm going to go Stun Spore to try and slow down whatever is coming in.
The commands are made.
Alright, I'm half right so far. They are switching.
Oh, it's Typhlosion.
Okay, it'd be nice if we could slow that down.
A Stun Spore Cloud. It's ripped by
Alright, 75% accurate move hits. That's good.
How will this new
Alright, let's go back to Houndoom, because I know what, if I put Tyranitar in, it's going to get burned, and then it's going to be useless, except for maybe Sandstorm.
This Pokemon is back for another go.
Although my personal Typhlosion that I use is a special attacker, for the most part. It's a mixed attacker, really. It has Stone Edge on the physical side, but I go Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, and Flamethrower. Yeah, with the Assault Vest. So it usually catches people off guard and does pretty well. Typhlosion versus Houndoom. Let's go Bite.
The trainer's switching Pokemon.
Is it Vaporeon again?
The Pokemon
It sure is.
Pokeball. What's this? A light pack. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle?
To execute again. This time, instead of Stun Spore, we'll Leech Seed whatever comes in. So whether it's us or Execute or Houndoom, something will get health back.
Joining the battle. How's that? Oh, that was weak.
I will say I've kind of liked this two-game series idea as opposed to the single elimination nonsense that we've done before. Well, I guess it wasn't nonsense, but like this way, even if the computer screws up a game, someone still has a chance in the second attempt. Please hit.
Right. That's
I was waiting for it to miss. I was waiting for the miss. Alright, well, they're staying in, apparently.
hot battle.
So between Leech Seed and Giga Drain, assuming we don't get knocked out by a critical hit here, we can get a good amount of our health back.
Waterfall attack. Yes, it's a hit.
Alright, I feel like it got a higher damage roll there. I feel like it didn't do that much the previous turn. It's still seeded, though.
Will be the next
So that's a plus. What's something it won't switch out against immediately? Let's go Haunter.
What will be next? Oh, it's Haunter.
Because between... in addition to having a runny nose, my nose is also just itchy, so you're going to see me rubbing it occasionally. Let's Giga Drain.
What to do? That attack just bounced off.
Alright, and then after it hurts us, we'll get some of the damage undone by the Leech Seed.
A furious attack. That inflicted some damage.
That did a lot more than I was hoping it would do, but the Leech Seed helping out there.
The crowd
Way to go,
is
Execute.
building from this heated battle.
Go ahead and switch out, that's fine.
Pokemon is returning.
You're at a point now where even like Houndoom might potentially be able to take you out on another hit. So that's fine by me.
Oh, it's Sizzle.
That's not as great since we have a limited number of Giga Drain, but at least we'll get some more health back.
It's not very.
It won't be much, but it'll be more. You know, if we survive on 1 health, we'll be glad that we did that.
Pokemon switch.
Houndoom again.
This Pokemon is switching out. This Pokemon is rejoining the battle. What now? That didn't do much.
That did more than I was hoping it would do.
Will this newly
Bite, because I think you're going to switch. Yep.
Here comes a Pokemon switch.
If it's Vaporeon, it's gone next turn. Maybe this turn, but definitely next turn. Alright, so Kingdra's coming out. The good news is Alakazam outspeeds all these, so even if we could just get them all low, Alakazam might be able to sweep through them at the end.
Was a glancing blow.
Alright, you're going to go Waterfall.
Pokemon switch effect.
We don't really have anything that's good to take a hit from Waterfall at this point. We also don't necessarily need Houndoom for anything. I mean, it'd be good to have it against Scizor, but we're also just working with Ember. Machamp does have Fire Punch. So I think we just bite and hope for a flinch. Or two.
What's this? The hit glanced right off.
Come on. We got the first flinch. If we get another flinch, Houndoom takes it down.
Continue.
Pretty sure, anyway.
How's that? A light hit.
Yeah, Houndoom takes it down if it flinches here. Ah, good job though, Houndoom.
Sharp attack. Man, that was perfect.
All right, Houndoom goes down, but it did good work. Let's see, is it 2-0 in favor of Suicune right now?
There's a distinct difference
Yeah.
in the number
Okay.
of Pokemon.
But again, these guys are down low. I'm gonna go Alakazam, get the for sure knockout. I thought about going Machamp, but I think it's slower than Kingdra, so Kingdra would hurt it first. Psybeam, whatever is out there. Kingdra's staying out there, so Kingdra's going down. I've been having a hard time with some Scarlet and Violet battles here these first few days of the month as well. They decided this is the new rule set where you can have some restricted Pokemon. And seeing as they're normally restricted, I'm not used to battling with or against them. So having a little bit of a learning curve there. I've been using the good old-fashioned Kyogre strat even before Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I just have a Kyogre with leftovers. Call mine once, and then Hydro Pump, Thunder, Ice Beam. It's done rather well, actually. Just, let's see, do I want to switch out here? I think we can take a hit as long as it's not, like, a crit. But anyway, so I'm doing all right. I've won more than I've lost, but I'm having trouble getting into the Master Ball tier. Because still learning how a few damage calculations and matchups work out between some of those restricted monsters. Let's see, that's 120. Okay, well, yeah, we're getting out of there now. How come when I do Metal Claw, I never get that on the first try? Let's see here. This actually does get a little interesting now, because I'd like to save both Haunter and Machamp for Suicune. For Articuno, Machamp does have Thunder Punch and Fire Punch. Tyranitar has the Sandstorm to make Blizzard less accurate. And the fact that it's a Rock type. Haunter has Destiny Bond. For Typhlosion, again, Tyranitar wins that battle. Vaporeon's hurt bad, so Alakazam would be nice for that. Something's going to have to take a hit here. It's just a matter of which one makes the most sense. Let's see. If Alakazam goes down, Vaporeon's not very fast. So Haunter could maybe take it out. Gotta love how these last couple videos, the recording has paused midway through on its own. I don't know. I've tried all kinds of different settings. I don't know why. And it only does it again for this game. It didn't do that at all for any of the other games, like other videos I've made in the last month. So, don't know why it does that. I think everything remaining we're able to handle with the other guys. So, I'm going to attempt to stay in with Alakazam and just get more damage on the Scizor, as opposed to serving something up on a silver platter to get hit hard by that second Metal Claw. I was hoping for confusion. That would have been sweet after all that. Alright, Alakazam going down. I think I don't know. I've had trouble figuring it out because it's... I use the same computer, the same HDMI adapter, the same capture card. I don't understand why it doesn't like this game, but it seems to work well with my other stuff. I don't think we had any pauses during the childhood team series I did either, unless I'm misremembering that. Alright, Fire Punch. After this turn, I'm going to take a second to make sure the audio is synced correctly here. Machamp took that attack like a pro. Like a real champ. Critical hit. Machamp rewarding me for sacrificing Alakazam.
We're eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokémon. This Pokémon is rejoining the battle.
Alright. Let me do a test here. Okay, it's a little delayed. Hang on just a sec. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It doesn't want to show it. Come on. Come on, capture card. Really? You gonna do this to me? Well, this is, I've never had the capture card just like not respond before. Alright, let's try unplugging the capture card and plugging it back in. Fascinating. Alright, I'm going to pause for a moment while I figure out why the capture card is not working. So hang on a second, everybody. Okay, I got that part fixed. Not getting much volume out of it on my end. So let's see if we can get it to work this time around. Still no sound. Odd. Alright, let's check this out. Oh, I'm sure it's something silly. No audio for me. It's probably working for you guys. Okay. Oh my goodness, the computer is not wanting to do anything correct at the moment. I don't understand why it doesn't want me to have any of the audio now. Gotta love how it picks championship week to just completely decide it doesn't want to work, right? Alright, let's see what the heck is going on here. I don't understand why it's not coming through the headphones anymore. Well, there it is. It's coming through my headphones now, but it's still not showing as recording on here. Oh, boy. Let me see. There is one other thing I can do. My goodness. Gotta love technical difficulties in championship week. Unreal. All right, I'm going to pause until I get the audio fixed, everybody. I'm sorry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, somehow I fixed it. The computer has made this championship week a whole different ballgame. All right, are we synced at least? Yes, we are synced finally. Now it's wanting to blink constantly. Great. Gotta love all the technical difficulties here on championship week. All right. Finally, let's go with Thunder Punch here. Critical hit, of course, and Machamp's dead. Thanks, game. I spent a lot of time fighting with the computer just for the computer to be like, screw you. All right, well. Awesome. So there goes our should-have-been knockout. Oh, this is going to be rough now down the stretch. I don't know why I'm surprised. The computer has been doing this for the last, like, 5 or 6 weeks.
They're both hanging tough.
I have to Giga Drain just in case.
They prepare for battle.
Yeah, I thought about Shadow Ball, but, like, I had to do it because I don't think Shadow Ball would have taken out Vaporeon if it stayed in.
This Pokemon is back for another go. There's the attack. That didn't accomplish much. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the
Well, we are faster.
eyeing each other warily.
I think our only hope at this point is if I Destiny Bond, we still have Tyranitar against Suicune and Vaporeon. So I think what I have to do is I have to switch Tyranitar in and hope for at least one Blizzard to miss.
Pokemon is switching out.
We can Mud Slap whatever comes in for the Articuno.
Oh, it's Tyranitar.
Because I assume they'll put a water Pokemon in to fight the Tyranitar.
There it goes. Great hit. How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare?
Alright, Sandstorm, whatever is out there. Alright, glad I went for the Sandstorm. Please miss. Now, I guarantee you, when I'm using Articuno in the second game, I will not hit 2 Blizzards in a row. Alright, Sandstorm will change Blizzard from 70% to a 50% accurate move. Guarantee you this next one hits anyway. Just saying by how things have gone.
No, it is Blizzard. Yes, it's a hit.
It's sad that this has happened so often that I can just call it now. Alright. The Sandstorm's not going to help Haunter's case. We're just going to have to hope it misses. Like, we can't do Destiny Bond shenanigans when we're the last Pokemon.
Down to the last Pokemon now. This scouring Sandstorm first.
We do still have at least a Giga Drain. We might have 2.
The white
Yeah, we have
hot
2.
battle continues.
So I could Spite and make it not have Blizzard. But then it'll hit us with Peck. Our best bet is if it misses Blizzard so we aren't taking any damage instead of some damage.
What next? A light pack.
Come on, miss us. 50% accurate.
That's it.
4 for 4, ladies and gentlemen. On a coin flip.
That settles this battle. And there goes the battle.
Alright, well, I'm not a miracle worker. I mean, I played the numbers. The numbers just didn't like me. Alright, so that is a 4-0 loss. So, Power are going to have their work cut out for them. That was a weird battle because, again, like, with all the technical difficulties kind of throwing things off in the middle, that's a tough one to kind of stop and start, and, you know, like, that's a rough one. I'm not making an excuse. That battle may have gone that way anyway. I'm just saying that's kind of rough when you don't get to just keep doing keep playing the game in the mindset that you had. Kind of like that Super Bowl a couple of years ago that had the power outage and had to stop. One team was ahead, and then after the power outage, the other team came back. Alright, so this time I am the Suicune against the Power. For game 2 here. The Power will need a 5-0 victory to win the third place series. I'm interested to see what this one will look like if we don't have a million stoppages. I am going to start with Suicune since it did not get to appear in the last game. And I have specific instructions from the owner of Suicune that they wanted all 6 to play in this series. So this way it at least participates. Alright, not bad. Gust. I just want to see how much it'll do.
What's the opening gambit? It appears to be impervious to damage.
50 damage even when super effective. Alright.
What will the other side do? Ah, that attack just bounced off. These Pokemon
Alright, Bubble Beam instead.
There's plenty of fight left in both of them.
Yeah, Bubble Beam's still better. As expected.
It withstood that easily. A hot battle is unfolding.
How long can we go this battle without technical difficulties? That's the question.
How's that? A light attack. What now? It appears to be impervious to damage. Sparks are flying from
We may potentially survive another one.
there's the attack. That was a glancing blow.
If we do, Machamp goes down next turn.
What? Right. That's a hit.
Game made sure to throw in a critical hit just to make sure. At least it's doing that for both sides.
So, what will be the next Pokemon?
Unreal.
Tense battles have been waged here in Pokemon Stadium.
Kingdra, why not?
Oh, it's Kingdra! One Pokemon is still capable of going
Waterfall.
but the other one looks tired. Waterfall attack! That's it!
Alright, there goes Machamp.
Oh, knockout!
Alright, all the Suicune will have to do is knock out one more Pokemon, and the series will be theirs. It'll just be a matter at that point of how close the series is.
Execute. This is a clash of different Pokemon types.
Frustration, since these are rental Pokemon.
What'll it do? The hit glance.
That was terrible. This is also bad for us. We will need to switch.
They're both hanging.
Now, see, if it was Leech Seed like nowadays Leech Seed, that would result in us losing health that turn.
Here comes a Pokemon switch. Oh, it's Articuno. How's that? A light attack. How will this
Alright, I'm
Pokemon
expecting Houndoom,
blow of battle?
so I'm just going to peck.
The trainer switches Pokemon. Oh, it's Houndoom.
Save Blizzard for when it's more meaningful.
What now? A light hit. How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare? The Pokemon is returning to its
Alright, get Vaporeon out there. To be fair, with me losing to the computer last time,
Vaporeon.
the 3 water Pokemon team does kind of hurt this power lineup.
There's the attack.
I think we should have been able to find a way anyway to win. Another critical hit by the game, if you're keeping track. That's 2 for it, 0 for us.
Will this Pokemon
Um,
have on the back?
Waterfall.
What's next?
Critical hit flinch.
That was a glancing blow.
Alright, no crit at least. And no flinch, what a surprise.
Drilled a weakness.
Houndoom goes down. That does cement the series victory for Suicune. Now it's just a matter of how close it's going to be.
The next Pokemon. The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon.
Which also means I have the luxury of playing a little more reckless if I want.
They're ready to go. This Pokemon is switching out.
Alright, now we're at the point where we just blizzard everything.
The Pokemon appears with a cry. What'll it do? It's not very effective.
Alright, so let's remember this. The computer was 4 for 4 on its blizzard.
Blow of battle. No, it is Blizzard. Whoops, that missed.
So you're telling me with reduced odds, the computer went 2 for 2, and it went 4 for 4 overall last game. I'm at regular odds. I start out 0 for 1. Yeah, that sounds about right. There we go. Execute goes down to Articuno. The game cheats. I mean, it doesn't, but it sure feels like it does. I guarantee we'll miss this blizzard. Hey, look, 3 critical hits now for the computer. I had a battle like that in Scarlet and Violet earlier today where Kyogre, this was after the rain had stopped, missed 5 consecutive thunders at one point. You know, 70% accurate move, it missed 5 times straight. Yeah. Yet when I did get it to hit, that 30% chance of paralysis never happened. So I got the 30% chance that was bad for me 5 times in a row, but couldn't get the 30% chance that was good for me. Sounds about right. On the flip side, I had a battle where Minimize Muck swept. So, yeah. Alright, Kingdra with a good hit on Alakazam. Again, at this point, we already know who wins the series. It's just a matter of what the final score is going to be. Final statistics, final tallies. Which for some of the awards actually could have an impact. I put Scizor in, we survived this. And now we should be able to take it out. Alright, Alakazam goes down to Scizor.
There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokémon for each side. Oh, it's Tyranitar.
This is gonna be interesting to see who's faster.
Squaring off in battle.
Alright, we did not need agility, so glad I didn't pick it. Attack boost? Darn. If we had the attack boost, we might have been able to take it out next turn.
The hit glanced right off.
Hey, 4 critical hits now
Accuracy is
for the
down.
computer. We have had none.
The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle. There's the shot. Drilled a weakness. How's that? That did little damage.
Alright, come on, Scizor, hang in there.
The target is weakened further. A hot battle is on.
50% accuracy. Let's see how we do. Can we win a 50% coin toss? We did. Oh, what do you know?
There it is. Knockout.
Scizor takes out Tyranitar. And only Haunter remains.
There's only one Pokemon left to come out. Oh, it's Haunter. It's down to the last Pokemon now. Both get ready to go. There's the attack. Oh, that was weak. A sharp attack. Hit. That inflicted.
All right, so far 2 for 2 on the coin tosses.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
Come on, Scizor, get one more hit and in the series for us here.
That didn't accomplish much.
I knew as soon as I said that the game was going to hear me and be like, nope, not allowed.
What's next? It's not very effective. There it goes. Hit. That was good. Whoa, that was
Survives with 9 health. Really? Okay.
running out of steam.
Get Scizor out of there.
Here comes the
Typhlosion will get to participate.
Oh, it's Typhlosion. Foe is weak. Now's the time to attack. What'll it do? That did little damage. What impact will this Pokemon
Alright, Flame Wheel.
on the battle? How's that? Critical hit.
6 critical hits, by the way, for the computer. But despite that,
That's it.
Suicune are going to win the second game 4-0 as well.
4 remaining Pokemon. And there goes the battle.
Alright, so 1-1 against the computer in that series. Congratulations for winning the series to Minnesota Suicune. The Power will finish the season at... Let's see, they were 10-8 going into that series, 11-11. A really good season for the Power. I mean, they beat my Quillfish, for example, so they finished higher than I did. But yeah, nice season for them. Nice season for the Suicune as well, who are going to finish at, what were the Suicune? They were 11-5. So they finished at 13-9, I believe. No, 13-7, I think. That sounds about right. Anyway, so congratulations to the Suicune. And with that, let's have our MVP announcement. The regular season, there were only 5 votes because 3 of the owners abstained from voting for whatever reason. So, of the 5 votes that came in, we have 1 vote for Alakazam as the MVP and 4 votes for Gengar. So this year's MVP is Gengar, who, number-wise, before the championship series starts, has a 21-7 knockout to faint total, meaning a 3-to-1 ratio. That's incredible in Pokemon if you can do it. I mean, if you go 2 for 1, that's considered good in Pokemon. 3 for 1? Are you kidding me? So yeah, Gengar, awesome season. Alakazam, the runner-up, like I said, was 22-9. After these third place games, it's 24-11. So again, above a 2-1 ratio. So great season for Alakazam as well. I actually went back and forth between Gengar, Alakazam, and Lantern. Lantern didn't have the best looking numbers on paper, but considering all the matchup problems it provided and how often it was used for Nightmare, I really strongly considered giving it an MVP vote at one point. But like I said, the final total was 4-1. So if I would have picked Lantern, it would have been 3-1-1. So like Gengar won either way. So it's good to see that my waffling back and forth on my end didn't really change anything. But those were the ones that were pretty much at the top. So yeah, we'll announce the other awards later on because some of them are still ongoing because they're statistic based. But that's the MVP. It was Gengar, so congratulations, My Little Ponyta. No matter what happens in the championship series, you had the league MVP. Congratulations. All right, with that being said, now it is time to set things up for the championship series. I'll be right back in just a moment. All right, I'm back with Game 1 of the championship series for the 2024 Pokemon Stadium 2 Draft League. Nightmare AC and My Little Ponyta. This is a rivalry game like any other. I'd say we have a few good rivalries in this league. My team versus Nightmare is always a good rivalry. Nightmare and My Little Ponyta is a good rivalry. And my team against the Suicune are also a pretty good rivalry. Those are the top ones. There are other rivalries, but those are the most, like, beaten heads together rivalry. Those are the, you know, Pitt, West Virginia, Ohio State, Michigan, Yankee, Red Sox kind of rivalries, those three. This one will divide a household. So, yeah, this is a big one. Or the Iron Bowl, like Auburn, Alabama is another great one to think of. This is a big matchup. This divides a household. I'm assuming the loser is going to have a bad night and the winner is going to have a great night. That's it. So, let's get to where we're supposed to be with this. I'm playing as the Nightmare first. They told me to lead with Firo for this battle, so leading with Firo is what we shall do. Hopefully, not as many technical difficulties as the third place series, and at least all the technical difficulties, most of them were happening in the third place series instead of the championship series. I hope. Totally just jinxed myself now by saying that, but I hope. Let's see. Skarmory would actually be really good for dealing with Gengar here. Gengar. Snorlax here. Same with Ghastly. Snorlax usually gets greedy when the computer's in charge and tries to curse that first turn. So I'm going to try Toxic, and then next turn we'll switch out for Ghastly so that Headbutt will miss. That's the thought process here anyway. Alright, Toxic actually landed first try. That's good. Called the getting greedy and cursing on the first turn. Alright, switch out for Ghastly. Shout out, by the way, to Nightmare calling upon Ghastly in the championship series when Ghastly had only shown up in a handful of games earlier this season. Although you could also say the same thing for Ponyta with picking Dugong last week and this week.
What's this? Whoops, that attack's no good. How will this newly switched out Pokemon
Confuse Ray, whether it's Snorlax or something else. It's confused, it's poisoned, it can't use Headbutt. Fire Punch in this generation is not boosted by Curse.
What's that? A light tap.
Let's see, is there anything else we would use Ghastly for?
It's a fierce battle.
Gengar kind of wins that matchup, although we do have Shadow Ball at least, and the Confuse Ray. So I'd like to have more than 100 health for if Gengar just goes into straight Nightshade. Of course, we also have Firo, who can't get hit by ghost moves.
They're eyeing each other warily.
Ghastly, well, Abra outspeeds Ghastly, so I don't think Ghastly's going to help a whole lot there. Oh my gosh, I could curse Gengar and have it cursed, poisoned, and confused, but we'd be giving up health to do that. So instead, we're just going to go Psychic here. Alright, they're switching, so something's getting hit by Psychic. Oh, if it was Gengar, that'd be amazing.
Oh, it's Blissey.
That's less amazing, but, I mean, it still works.
What's next? A light hit.
Alright, you're going to try Thunder, because that's your main thing, so let's get Doug Trio out there.
The trainer's switching Pokemon.
Yeah, these teams are going to be... This is going to be some ugly battling, because, like, Nightmare has Lantern, who's bulky. Skarmory, who's bulky. Ponyta has Dugong and Snorlax and Blissey. Like, this could be some ugly, ugly fighting. If Gengar... If we could actually... If Dugtrio's still around later in the fight, if we get Abra and Gengar out of the picture, we could consider cursing once to boost our attack power. But that's if we get in that specific situation. Magnitude 7, not a bad start. If we can get 7s or higher, we'll be okay here. Alright, Defense Curl's not great.
It raised its defense.
It basically makes it so we need 2 good magnitudes instead of 1 now. But hey, if we get high rolls, we should be okay.
How's that?
9 is great. Oh, well, now it's not good. Like, even with like a 4, we might be okay. I mean, I say that. I don't want to test it out, but we should be okay regardless here. Magnitude again. I think Blissy's going down here. Another 7. 3 good rolls on the Doug Trio Magnitude. Doug Trio had some minor consideration for MVP. Like, it had a great ratio. It just didn't play in as many games as, say, Kadabra and Raikou. It was right there in kind of the same boat, honestly. Alright, we have full health. Let's get out of there before Dugong destroys us. Go Lantern. Fight bulky water Pokemon with bulky water Pokemon. See, Lantern's an example of one that would be great to get the Hypnosis Nightmare combination on. Because it's just so bulky and has so much health that having the Nightmare whittle away at it in addition to us attacking it would be great. Critical hit for the game. Yep, there's 1-0 in that regard. What we need is to paralyze it so that we get to go first so that that can't happen. Yep. Well, we can't paralyze it while it's sleeping. What we need is we need for it to twice not get rest here. Well, I guess right now it's fine because it's not hurting us. But what we need is we need 2 turns in a row where it doesn't get rest, and then we can take it out with Spark. Or if we get a crit, we might be able to do it with 1. Well, we're doing this right now. See, in current day Pokemon, I've explained this before, but in current day Pokemon, if you call rest while you're already asleep, nothing happens. So Dugong a lot bulkier in these older games than the original. 3 for 3 on calling rest, by the way. I mean, at least it's not hurting us during this time, but come on. There's that crit. Now we just need, if it doesn't call rest, it's done here. Come on. You've got 3 moves to pick from, and you've picked rest all 4 times? I mean, it hasn't called Waterfall or Aurora Beam yet. Finally! Watch it freeze us. I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, we finally got a break. Frozen solid. Oh, man, super effective, but not enough to get the knockout. Will it rest again? Please no. Come on. Seriously. 5 out of 6 turns. I'm sorry, 4 out of 5 turns. I mean, on the bright side, it only gets 10 sleep talks, so it's going to run out eventually. All right. Can we get it to not pick rest again?
Oh, a quick snooze.
5 out of 7. 5 out of 7.
They're both hanging tough.
Come on, Lantern. There's the critical hit we needed. Dugong goes down. The Lantern.
There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokemon
I was going to say, I don't have too much of a favorite. If I was going to pick a favorite, it'd be Ponyta, so I could stay at the top of the championship standings in a four-way tie. But honestly, at this point, it's more about me wanting to beat the computer in each game. Lantern survives like I was hoping it would. Can we paralyze Abra? That would be nice. That would help a lot. We did not paralyze Abra. I was hoping we would. Alright, you're going to come at us with Psychic. I'm debating on if I put Kadabra or Skarmory in there. I don't know who's faster out of Lantern and Golem. There's a chance that Lantern could still outspeed it and use Hydro Pump. But if Golem outspeeds, I'm going to look like an idiot for saving it. I think I let Lantern go down so that we don't take that gamble. So Abra gets the first knockout for the Ponyta side of the series. Now that we have things cleared out, let's go Kadabra. Thunder Punch. Would have been nice again if we could have got the paralysis. I was waiting for the game to freeze us. That would have pretty much ended the game if that was a freeze there. All right, Kadabra takes out Abra, as you would see most times. Snorlax comes back onto the field. We're going to put Ghastly back out there.
The trainer's switching Pokemon. The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. What will it do? This move appears to be useless. How will this Pokemon switch affect
Confuse Ray.
What's this? It's become confused.
I miss the days where confusion was like a 50-50. Now it's a 3 out of 10 chance that you hit yourself. Alright, Snorlax is in a bad way here. Psychic.
What now?
Alright, Snorlax should go down at the end of the turn.
It's confused no more. All right. The hit glanced right off.
Sadly, that does put Ghastly under that 100 threshold, though. The Toxic is what takes it out, so Fearow actually gets credit for the knockout there. Oh, yay, and the capture has frozen twice now in this video. New record, by the way. Alright, technical test here. Alright, everything's still synced up. That's good. Alright, Golem is out. Skarmory. You would imagine it was going to Magnitude here to take out Ghastly, but watch the game do Rock Throw. For no reason.
Oh, it's Skarmory. There's the attack.
Called it.
That was a glancing blow.
And that's why I went Skarmory instead of Fearow.
How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare?
I'm going to agility. I know I'm faster than Golem. This is for if we get by Golem so that we're faster than Gengar.
It increased its agility.
That's not real great for us, but like we can deal with that. Especially since we still have Kadabra.
What's next? It appears to be impervious to damage. What'll it do? A light hit.
Alright, gonna be a long defensive battle here between these two.
What's this? Withstood that easily.
Both of which using moves I believe are 95% accurate, so they both could miss.
The hit glanced right off. They're both hanging tough.
Oh great, Steel Wing's 90, so I actually gave it too much credit.
How's that? Ah! That attack just bounced off. There's the attack. A light hit.
Critical hit.
It's a beat.
Now it's gonna be a good thing I did agility if we are able to get around Golem.
It used Steel Wing. Appears to be impervious to damage.
Golem hangs on with 4
Hang in there.
health.
What's next? The hit glanced right off.
Skarmory hangs on with 10.
Skin of its teeth. Both combatants appear to be exhausted. What'll it do? Yes, it's a hit.
Golem goes down to Skarmory.
Going down. There's only one Pokemon left to come out. Oh, it's Gengar. This is the last Pokemon. There's a big HP difference between the two combatants.
I'm gonna bank on it going for the knockout with Nightshade.
The Pokemon switch.
I thought about staying in there, but point differential's everything in the championship here.
From its Pokeball.
That's the last thing I want to hear is, you lost me the championship because you let so-and-so go down.
Pokemon switch affects the flow of
Alright,
battle.
Drill Peck.
Oh, no. Uh-oh, it fell asleep.
Alright, 60% chance hits on the first try. It'll be interesting to see if it goes Nightmare or Thief here. Yeah, it's not even going to bother with Nightmare, huh? That's odd.
How's that? That did little damage.
Considering that did 55 damage.
The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle. There's the attack. A light hit. It woke up.
Wow, that was fast.
There's the shot. That's it.
A big hit on Gengar. Gengar's going to have to put it to sleep again to have a chance. 60% accurate move.
No, that didn't connect.
It misses this time.
Ow, drill pack. Hit. That was good.
And Firo will take out Gengar.
The last Pokemon goes down.
That'll be a 5-0 victory for Nightmare in the first game. Now, Ponyta, ladies and gentlemen, is the higher seed. So they do not have to get a sweep. They could also do a 5-0 victory and would win via tiebreaker. So, things are going to be interesting here for this second game. But game 1 does belong to Nightmare. I'll be right back with game 2 here in just a second. First, I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys see all the changes I'm making here. Well, you can't see all of the changes I'm making, but you can see what I'm doing. All right, we got Ponyta and Nightmare over here now. Let's get things ready for game 2. But see that, I know it stinks because it's like, oh well, Nightmare's so far ahead, but yeah, now Ponyta. The advantage there is Ponyta knows exactly what they need, as opposed to Nightmare. Like going first, you don't know what you need in the second game. So yeah, we're this team this time against this team. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of the 2024 Championship Series. We're going to need some of that rest luck with Dugong, I think, to pull this off. We're also going to need Hypnosis to hit a couple times. A freeze from Abra wouldn't be bad either. What should we start with here? Let's see. Except for Dugtrio, Gengar's kind of a good start against everything. Because against Fearow, you could even go for Hypnosis. Blissy's not a bad start. Actually, Blissy's a great start, except for Dugtrio. Dugong is not a bad start, except for Lantern and Kadabra. Golem is an interesting lead. I'm going to lead Gengar. Because part of the problem with this last game is we got to a situation where it was Gengar as the last Pokemon, so all I had to do was put in something it was a bad matchup with. If we lead it, maybe it can do some damage early with Hypnosis, etc. Make this thing easier. I just realized, is my box not turned on here? Why is that the case? Huh. Weird. OBS had turned off my border around the camera. Just noticed that. My bad, everybody. You are not ideal for me to fight here. This is one of those scenarios where I guarantee you if I put Golem in, it's going to be Hydro Pump. If I leave Gengar in, it's going to be Spark. We're going to go for Hypnosis here. We're going to chance it. We need a 5-0 or better. We're going to... Glad I stayed in. We're going to get a free chance. With this only being a 60% accurate move, we get a free chance to land it. That would be the best one to land it against because we could use Nightmare on it. Can we go 1 for 1? All right, good start. Unlike the idiot game using Thief, we're going for Nightmare. Now, if we can get it to stay asleep for like 2 turns, that's where Nightmare will really help us the most. All right, let's see. On the off chance that it wakes up, I want Golem in there to take the Drill Peck instead of Gengar. Worst case scenario, they will switch out and Fearow will be at half health after this turn. All right. If they do switch out in this older generation, that resets the sleep counter. All right, let's just go Rock Throw. If it stays in, it gets hit hard. If they switch out, we're guaranteed to hit whatever is coming in. Well, 95% accurate, but like we can hit whatever comes in. All right, we can at least hit Skarmory. And this way, Fearow should be guaranteed to be asleep one more turn at least. You're going to use Steel Wing. Let's go Snorlax here. Because we can Fire Punch it. It's not a great option on Snorlax, but it's an option. Also, we don't want the frailer ones like Abra or Gengar taking hits. Well, at least Fire Punch is a special move back then, so that won't hurt in that regard. Could really use it missing once. That would be... 2 for 2 on the defense boost, by the way.
What's that? Bullseye.
Oh, a burn there would have been amazing.
A hot battle is unfolding.
All right, another fire punch either beats it or at least gets it close.
What's next? The hit glanced right.
I would have loved to use Blissey against it, but I know if I put Blissey out there, Dugtrio's just coming in.
A powerful blow. Whoa, that's
Really? 11, huh?
They're both hanging tough.
All right, they're going to switch. Chance to burn.
Threw up high.
All right, it went fly.
There. Fire punch. Whoop.
All right, what do we have as an option for it flying?
Excitement is building from this heated battle.
Could be a way to get Dugong in there, since we do have the rest shenanigans.
They're eyeing each other warily.
That might not be the worst idea, because Ghastly can't use Shadow Ball on us. Let's go Dugong.
Combatants face each other. The Pokémon is returning to its Pokéball.
If anything, it will force him to switch to Lantern.
Oh, it's Dugong! The foe is weak. Now's the time to attack. Do a light tap. How will this Pokémon switch affect the flow of battle?
Aurora Beam.
How's that? That did little damage.
Get the knockout.
Oh, Aurora Beam! Yes, it's a
All right, Skarmory goes down to Dugong.
What Pokémon will appear next?
I hate how itchy my nose is.
Emerges from its Pokéball.
All right, Lantern is dead. There's no way it's going to use Hydro Pump on a Dugong, right? So I think we go Gengar first to absorb Spark. Then when it tries to go Hydro Pump next turn, we put Blissey in.
The trainer's switching Pokémon.
Because we know how this game is. If we stay in there and try to absorb the Spark, they're going to get a critical hit on us.
Pokémon is rejoining the battle. What next? That caused no damage at all.
All right.
His newly switched out Pokémon.
Switch to Blissey.
Oh, an abrupt Pokémon switch. Oh, it's Blissey. What now? No, that didn't.
All right, a missed Hydro Pump. That's good. There's only 5.
Pokemon switch have.
Defense Curl, because I'm assuming Dugtrio's coming in.
Here comes a Pokemon switch.
That way, if I can't think of a better option, we at least have that up.
Oh, it's Dugtrio.
I was thinking Dugtrio was coming in, but I wasn't sure if I could call the game's bluff or not.
Ah, it raised its defense.
All right.
How will this Pokemon switch?
What do we have for Dugtrio attacking us? Not a lot of options here. Golem's got high defense, but Golem's also weak to Magnitude. Dugong would be fine if we got to put it in without it getting hurt. This might be a situation where we have to throw someone away, which I hate that, because it's going to be hard enough to win this game 5-0 as it is.
Trainer hasn't issued a command.
What's left for their team? We got Kadabra, which we could use Gengar for. Or we'd hit it hard with someone like Golem. Lantern, which will probably be a Blissey Dugong combination there to try and beat that.
Matter, trainer?
Maybe Golem if we got lucky and it was out of Hydro Pumps or something. Firo, which again could be Blissey, or Abra with Ice Punch, or even Gengar. Ghastly, which could be any of those. Yeah, I think we throw out Snorlax here so that we can try to get a clean switch in for either Dugong or Abra. Alright, it went Curse, which is interesting. Headbutt would do more damage, but if we got it burned, it wouldn't hurt us as much. And Fire Punch, I believe, has... It's either 20 or 30% chance. I believe it's 30 to burn. Magnitude 6. Snorlax survives. We're going to try Fire Punch, see if we can burn it. Darn it. A burn would have been major there. Alright, we'll get one more shot if it's a lower magnitude. We need a 4 or 5 here. That is definitely not a 4 or 5. Alright, Doug Trio will take out Snorlax. We cannot afford to lose any more now. Man, that a burn would have been nice there. That would have changed things. I think the play is to go Dugong and rest. Because both of our moves, both Aurora Beam and Waterfall, are super effective. If they switch Lantern, at least we'll be at full health. The rest, they are going to switch, so we get to heal up for free. Okay. I will take that any day of the week.
The Pokémon emerges from its Pokéball. Oh, a quick snooze. What impact will this...
And now that we know how the game plays this, I might be able to get a matchup like Abra versus Doug Trio or something like that.
The Pokéball opens to reveal its Pokémon. Hydro Pump. Bullseye.
Are you kidding me?
Whoa, KO'd by one hit.
I hate this game. I hate this game. Why would it Hydro Pump a Dugong?
The battle now.
Why on earth would it Hydro Pump a Dugong? That makes absolutely 0 sense. If it was a person playing, I would say, oh, they predicted the switch. The game doesn't think like that. It reads, oh, what am I going to do against this particular Pokemon? Its best play was to Hydro Pump a bulky water Pokemon? Really? Really? I'm going to call kind of BS on that one. Like, that's... I don't know about that one. I think the game looked into the code and was like, oh, he's switching. I need to do this. Well, that should cement the championship then, but let's see how close we can make it and see if that moment makes a difference. Missing Hypnosis doesn't help. Now you want to miss the Hydro Pump. Really? Okay. Thanks, game.
A furious attack. That's it. The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle.
I can't believe... I'm still in shock. Like, it Hydro Pumped a Dugong? Really? 0 for 3, by the way, on Hypnosis here. 1 for 4 for the battle.
That inflicted some damage. Oh, knockout.
Disgusting. I'm not trying to take anything away from Nightmare winning, but what, like, man, like, the computer has been brutal down the stretch this season. Absolutely brutal. Alright, now again, if the game has any sense, it should switch for Doug Trio here.
They go into battle.
Should. Which means it won't.
Switching Pokemon. That Pokemon must not have been the right choice. Oh, it's Abra. It has to make up for lost ground. The other trainer is also changing Pokemon. This Pokemon is back for another go. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle? They're eyeing each other warily.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in so much disbelief. I was checking my phone to make sure I knew the date and the day and like just make sure I'm not dreaming here. Like, holy cow. All right, I don't think one Ice Punch is going to be enough, sadly. So we're going to do Swagger shenanigans.
There it goes. Hit. That was good. Look at that swagger. Oh, its confusion made it tougher.
Now, just for pride's sake, I want to win this battle despite the computer. Like, even if we lose the series, I want to find a way to win this battle because I'm mad at the computer. It's been doing this to me for weeks. Alright, Doug Trio goes down to Abra. I want Abra and Blissey to win this. Like, the series may be over, but I want, out of pure pride, I want Abra and Blissey to win this battle. Show me there's something right with the world.
The white-hot battle continues.
Oh, I guess we have Dugong still, too, yeah. Doug Trio's gone, so Blissey now has the room to just thunder everything.
How will this Pokemon switch affect the flow of battle? What next? A light attack. What now? A light hit.
Alright. Thunder hits. Of course, it got the paralysis, and we didn't, by the way. Both moves have a 30% chance.
What's this? The hit lands right off.
Come on, game. Give me something here. For Pete's sake.
It's a fierce battle. What'll it do? That was a glancing blow.
Like, let me go 5 for 5 on Thunder here against Lantern.
Oh, that's a miss.
I knew that was going to happen the moment I asked for it.
Building from this heated battle. What's next?
It's flailing a lot right now. I wonder if I could take advantage of that. No, because if I put Dugong in, it's just going to spark it.
Oh my, missed again.
Really? Come on, game. Again, 70% accurate move. There's only a 30% chance to miss.
There's the attack. A light hit. What's this? Oh, that missed too.
3 in a row, huh?
Hot battle is unfolding. What'll it do? That did little damage. How's that? It's sent by paralysis.
Holy cow, we got a paralysis. What do you know? And we hit the darn thing.
Both hanging tough.
We're going to get fully paralyzed here. Or better yet, we just die beforehand. Okay. Lantern at least making me look smart for considering it in the MVP conversation.
This Pokemon is rejoining.
What we need here is to Psychic and then have Lantern be fully paralyzed.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
Actually, better idea, Attract.
To go.
50-50 chance they won't do anything, plus the 33% chance they'll be fully paralyzed.
Hey, it became attracted to the opponent.
Yeah, of course it fought through, because this game ignores math and the law of averages. Like, that's...
Hot battle continues.
Oh, that's over a 50% chance that it should fail there, and it didn't fail. We're going to swagger, you know, on top of that. We're going to make 50% chance to be confused, 50% chance that you don't do anything because of Attract, and 33% chance... Oh my gosh, we missed the swagger. Of course we did.
It's gripped by paralysis.
There you go. I would have won by now against the Lantern if I did 2 Psychics, but I'm trying to prove a point here. As someone with a physics degree, I am very upset that this doesn't follow the math.
Oh, its confusion made it tougher.
Hit yourself. Thank you.
Utterly confused. The heated action continues.
Get rid of it.
A psychic blast. That's it.
Alright, Abra and Dugong against Kadabra, Fearow, and Ghastly. Fearow's still asleep.
Which Pokemon
Ghastly is winnable for both these Pokemon. It really comes down to, can they actually do anything to Kadabra? I think Kadabra's going to win the game, essentially, right here. Unless we get some good Dugong shenanigans.
from this heated battle? There! Thunderbolt! Yes, it's a hit! Oh, and down it goes!
By the way, Swagger, 90% accurate move. Missed on the first try.
The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. It's down to the last Pokemon now.
We're going to get Aurora Beam twice and never heal.
That had to hurt.
Okay.
Oh, a quick
At least there was that. I'm sure the game will get a critical hit and
hanging tough.
make it not matter.
A furious attack. Bullseye. What's this? Great hit.
Boy, if the game was ever going to give us a critical hit, like, can you imagine?
Is unfolding.
Now would be a good time for us to roll rest. I guarantee we don't. Because it's us and not the game.
That worked perfectly.
Boy, do I know this game, or do I know this game?
Yes, it's a hit. It's a fierce battle.
Unfortunate. Like, I don't mean to take anything away from Nightmare winning. Just unfortunate that the win came as a result of
Pokemon goes
the game
and there goes
doing this kind of stuff, as opposed to, like, you know, the team actually being better. Now, that being said, I think these teams are even. I'm not saying that, like, the weaker team won or anything like that. I mean, there's a reason they had a better record, even though they were the 2 seed at this point. So, like, I mean, these teams are even. But I hate, it's a little bit like seeing an NFL game decided by, like, a pass interference penalty in the end zone on the last play of the game, instead of it actually being, like, a result of the play. You know what I mean? Or, like, someone in basketball getting fouled with, like, .1 left and getting to win the game on free throws. Like, it still is legal. It's technically fair, but it just leaves this, like, stomach-churning feeling in your gut. And that's kind of how this felt here down the stretch. It is still a win, fair and square. Both teams had... Both teams had to play with the computer on their side. So they both had a chance for this kind of stuff to go their way. So it's totally legitimate and fair and square. But at the same time, it kind of leaves a sour taste in your mouth when it ends in the fashion that it ended, you know, like. But anyway, regardless, Nightmare AC, congratulations. You are the 2024 champion, first person in the league to win the multiple titles. You've now won 2 of the 4 seasons we've played, and you've been in the title all 4 times. It'll be interesting to see how things in this House Divided shake up as a result of this championship series. Be interesting to see if I hear any stories about that or not. But yeah, I will be right back in just a moment to have our final standings, final statistics, and we'll do all of the fun part, the awards. So be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we are. The final look at the bracket. Nightmare After Christmas is the champion. Congratulations once again. 15-5 record. We'll do the awards in just a second. There's the final standings tally. We got Nightmare AC at 15-5. Ignore games behind. That was the regular at the end of the regular season. Nightmare After Christmas 15-5 with a plus 45 point differential. My Little Ponyta came in second at 12-8 with a 14-6 differential. Suicune finished 14-7. Actually, it does seem a little off. Sorry, it should be 13-7. I don't know why it says 14. 13-7. Pokemon Power 11-11. Quinwood Quillfish 10-8. Those were the 5 playoff teams. Smooch 'em or Lose 'em made a push for the playoffs late, 7-9. They had a good season. Squirtle Squad and Magikarp Crusaders kind of figured some stuff out late in the season. I think if they both elect to come back next season, that they will do better. Magikarp seemed to get a little bit of a groove with picking their lineup late in the season when they had some closer matchups. I officially finished the season 49-25 against Computer. My second worst of the 4 seasons. I won 66% of the time. Granted, the 3 previous years we didn't have Lantern trying to Hydro Pump a Dugong. But, yeah. So, that's where things ended up this season. I did not update the top, by the way. It is not 107-49. I just updated the bottom. I would imagine since I did worse this season, my win percentage went down. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take a calculator, my phone, and work that out now. So, we end up with 156 wins all time with 74 losses. So 230 games, 156 divided by 230. My winning percentage all time goes down to 67.8%. So not a big drop. We dropped 8 thousandths of a point, but it was a drop. Unfortunate. Just like this whole season, unfortunate. So, assuming all 8 teams come back, this will also be the draft order if you reverse it. So, like, the Crusaders would go first, and you would work your way up the list for who would go win in the draft. Yeah, what a ride this season. All right, let's go to the awards. Actually, real quick before the awards, in these 2-game series, were there any differences? I don't know why there's no W there. I'm noticing a lot of things wrong, or maybe it's not transitioning over from one computer to the other. Because I use my tablet for the Excel sheet when I'm editing it. The games just aren't even, they didn't even save down here. So I have some things to update for my record keeping when we're done here. But, let's see. Quillfish won both. No, I'm sorry. Power won both. Ponyta won one of the 2. Nightmare won both. Nightmare won both. Suicune won both. So, the whole push for playing a 2-game series was to eliminate a one-and-done scenario. But in these 2-game series, there was only one of the 2, 4, 5 series where it was split 1-1 and point differential had to be factored in. So that's kind of funny. Anyway, here's our award winners. We've got the MVP is Gengar. Finals MVP is Lantern. Obviously, it came down to Lantern and Kadabra. Kadabra had a better ratio at 3-0, but Lantern's 4-2 seemed more impactful, especially that guessed correctly Hydro Pump, I want to say, on the Golem. So, Lantern gets the finals MVP, in my opinion. Knockout leader was a tie between Alakazam and Lantern. They both finish with 22. Alakazam's listed first because he had a 22-9 ratio, whereas Lantern was 22-12. Games played, Houndoom, Tyranitar, and Lantern all played 19, so it's a 3-way split for that. Most useless award goes to Gyarados. Gyarados was the only Pokemon in the entire league that played in more than one game and finished the season on a team that did not have a knockout. So Gyarados, worst KO, faint ratio, gets the most useless. However, Magikarp, on the other hand, wins the best team cheerleader. I think everyone and their grandma saw this one coming, as Magikarp was just a real joy all season. So that's our awards for this year. And no, I'm not missing anything. We didn't do the awards in the years that are missing for these two. But yeah, so that's how things finished out. Great season, very competitive, which is part of why it was such a shame that the computer did some of the shenanigans it did down the stretch because of how even the teams were. Next season, for the 2025 season, I'm wanting to possibly switch over to Pokemon Battle Revolution and do either a Gen 3 or, for Pokemon Go players, the Hoenn region Pokedex. Maybe also have Gen 4, the Sinnoh region Pokedex in that. We'll see. A lot of it depends. The problem with Pokemon Battle Revolution is I have to catch and set up all the Pokemon in that league, as opposed to Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2, where they're just already there presented to you. So if I can get the prep work done for that, that is the ideal way I would like to go for this next season. I'll run it by the owners and see what they think. The owners of the teams, that is. But that's kind of what I would like to lean toward. Ideally, I would love to do like a Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet League, but I don't think that's going to happen at this point because not everyone in this league owns those games. I'd say, looking at our board, yeah, half the league owns both of those games, and half the league owns neither of those games. So that would hurt our league dynamic. Plus, there's no computer option in those games, so like we'd have to have two people representing, kind of like I usually represent a team. Or we'd actually have to get people to do the battles, which again, if they don't own the game, they can't do the battles. So we're looking at probably either Pokemon Stadium 2 again next season, or Pokemon Battle Revolution. So those are the two kind of options we're looking at. I would have considered Gen 3, like the Shadow Pokemon games, but I don't think there's a computer option in that either, so it's the same hiccup of we'd need 2 volunteers to do the battles. So probably looking at either Battle Revolution or Pokemon Stadium. I would prefer to take a break from Stadium and go to Revolution so we can have some different Pokemon. Teach some of the people in our league about abilities and the physical special split. I think that'd be a good next step in learning more about Pokemon for some of these owners. But we'll see where that goes. But once again, congratulations to Nightmare AC on winning the championship. First one to have multiple titles in league history. I'm not sure where that puts them on the all-time win list. Let me see if I can get that open. I don't think it'll show up on the screen, but we'll see. Like on the recording. It does not show up on the recording, but I'm going to look at it anyway. Actually, coming into this season, Nightmare AC was 2 games ahead of me and my team for most wins. So, let's see, they were 33 and 18 coming into this season. They are now 48 and 23, which is pretty darn good. So they've got 48. I've got, how many was he at? 2. He has 48. I have 42. So 41. So he's 7 ahead now. And Ponyta now has 40. So I'm only 1 ahead of Ponyta. Power is now at 38 wins all time. And Suicune is at, let's see, that's a 13, not a 14. They're at 39. So those are your top 5, generally speaking. Smoochum with their 7 and 9 this season. They've moved up to 6th all time in our league's history, passing up We Are the Maw Champion and the Dallas Dragonite. Magikarp hanging out there at number 10, and Squirtle Squad hanging out. Well, let's see. So the bar is 4 and 5. Squirtle won 5. They have less losses though, so actually Squirtle Squad jumping all the way up to 7. So, yeah, it's so that's where things stand all time. So Nightmare AC has been all 4 title games and has the most wins. So clearly they're grasping the game and understanding how this whole thing works. Yeah, this was a fun season other than the computer shenanigans some of these weeks down the stretch. But if you guys liked what you saw here today, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that YouTube nonsense. And again, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully you'll watch some other stuff on the channel until we do this again next year. And if not, we'll see you again next year with our 2025 rendition of the Pokemon Draft League. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.